DA Sports. It's the Broncos and the Ravens, and it's coming up next.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store. For the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They run it again with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop? Offense feeling their momentum that they've generated and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Complete to Washington. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After one, 7-3 the score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Tucker's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Chark. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action. Now Jackson. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The draw. Here's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. Now it's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. A third down gain of 19.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On second and very short, Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Now Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now here come the Ravens. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2 for 1 without ever even giving up the football. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. To throw is Jackson. Touchdown! Mark Andrews as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, will just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this one is incomplete. So we're at halftime. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On third down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Here's Jackson on third and long. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear? And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got room. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
right back to Dobbins on first. He's got it to the 43 here.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. The big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the...
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it at around the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Jackson trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here. Back now in Baltimore.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Here's the option going right. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Jackson going to run.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Matt Breida, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So the Broncos coming out now.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 57. As he's carried it 13. Another run here with Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. He's got room at the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 9. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They said beginning of the season